They are here, and the thing is that Brock, very good team, solid season, 19 rookies on this team. So just 10 returning players. They've got a lot of youth, and maybe if Trent can stay with them for a while, they can rattle the Badgers. We'll see how it starts out. The starting goaltenders, Kyle Holton for Trent, Josh Wood for Brock, and tough decision for the Brock coach. I was talking to the coaching staff before the game, and they're saying, it's tough. They've both got some great strengths, and I think they feel like Wood gives them a little better chance to move the ball, to really get things happening, much like David Bigley. I hope you guys saw that first game, because David Bigley was put on a performance for the ages as a goaltender.
Oh, he was absolutely phenomenal.
Garrett Eddy starting off with the ball. He's an All-Canadian for Trent.
It's also Trent's leading scorer.
Yes.
Leads the team right now with their 20 goals.
Yeah. And 32 points. Travis Zabols has the team lead in points. Also has 19 goals, 18 assists for 37 points. Very strong season for him. Trent taking their time, moving things around. And, this is going to be something, again, that they're going to try and work on. They've got some veteran presence out there. Right now, Travis Ferguson running with the ball. Watched closely by Jake Nyhouse. He's just going to hand it off. Give the ball to Garrett Eddy. Eddy will come up top, and first touch of the game here for Travis Zabols. Big whack from Parker Bale, the defender of the year from the Western Conference last year. He's an All-Canadian again this year. Ball is dropped, but picked back up again. Travis Ferguson has it. He's going to move it out top to Nick Andrioli, right to the side, and he's going to run it around to the top. Danny Mickle, number 8.
Nice swim
in
move
position. There's a shot and a save. Great save by Woods. It's Andrioli doing it pretty much on his own and creating that opportunity. Here Woods is going to take his time. Brock with their first possession of the game. And they had a man open way down the field. The Trent coaches and players on the bench yelling to get Liam Barkley to run back and pick up Matt Bourassa, who was all alone down the field. They got there in time. Oh. Little slip. Opens a space and a goal. Great start, Nick Karam. Buries it for Brock after that slip by the defender. Liam Barkley just went to the turf. It forced someone to come and pick up his man, and that open space, and Karam just does it himself.
It was a really nice move. He had a little jump on the shot there too, so he got the height advantage on the goalie.
Yeah, that jump shot, I'm not a big fan of the jump shot in box lacrosse because I think it just takes away your power. But when you've got that 6x6 net and you can change the angle like that, it can really make it difficult for a goaltender.
Yeah, you can make, because you make the goalie move, and as soon as you move and he's out of position, you have the advantage seeing where the open spots are, and he's just trying to get the stick in front of it.
Interesting watching Wood warm up for this game, the Brock goaltender, and he had the stick holding it upside down and was having the coach toss balls to him, and he was knocking them down with the handle of the stick, just again to work. We talked about Bigley warming up with a runner's stick. Another way of trying to focus in and really think about precision saving, not just relying on the big stick, but being very precise in your movements as a goalie. I'm amazed by the goaltenders in field lacrosse, honestly, like the things these guys can do.
They wear no equipment, and they stand in, like you said, a 6x6 net, and just like the velocity that these balls are coming at them is just unbelievable that they're able to stand there and just put their bodies right in the way of it.
You want to make sure you can see the ball. It is a night game, but under the lights, visibility pretty good. I was down on the field before both games for warm-ups just to check, and no problem, I don't think. I mean, from up here, we can see the ball great, but even down there, I don't think the lights are an issue. I think visibility is excellent. The weather's great. The wind picked up again between games, and now it's died down again. It's really doing us some favors.
It's weird how it's done that before both games, that it's been blowing hard, and then as soon as the face-off goes, it's just kind of like it just goes down to a nice still weather, good for gameplay.
Keep your eyes on Brandon Slade, number 3.
With the ball right now.
With the ball right now. He is an absolute gunner. leading CUFLA with 63 points, 27 goals, 36 assists. A big battle at the midfield line. We're going to have an offside call. Someone stepping over the line, and Trent will get possession. Connor Ham as well for Brock when they're up there. He's a 30-goal scorer, number 17. Right now, though, Trent with the ball. They're going to get their offensive personnel on the field. Zach Wainman moves the ball down low. Matt Smith going for a bit of a run. Toss it back up to Wainman. Trent down 1-0. But with possession. Trent getting a very horizontal approach. 4 guys pretty much across in a line. And then popping one way and the other. Cut one towards the net, one up high, one staying to try and create some separation. Be interesting to see how they move forward if they keep going with that approach. That pass bounces away, scooped up nicely by Alec Tamas. He'll pass it off, and Parker Bale will just lob it back over to Tamas. Wood was there as well, and now he's going to take the pass. And Brock will commence the clear. Connor McGee is up about halfway between the goal and the center field line. Now he's going to be covered, and Wood will just take his time, strolling about while they get everyone they want on the field. Jesse Schumann sprinting to the far side. Josh Gilray going with him, the veteran captain for Trent. Wood taking his time. Here comes a little pressure. Trent trying to force the issue. Brock gets the clear. Almost popped out of the stick of Connor McGee. He gets it back, hands it over to Matt Bursa. Bursa watched by Matt Smith. Oh, what a pickoff. Perfect timing by Brandon Armstrong. He is going for a run. He's going to spin back around. Nicely protects the ball from Kyle Moore. And passes it off. Great play by Armstrong. Trent pushing the pace while they have the chance. Excellent hustle to pick that ball up. Nick Andrioli had to go as it was knocked down. He gets there first. Trent maintains possession. Spin and a shot off the crossbar. That is why Travis Zabols is Trent's leading scorer. Nice dodge, but eventually getting flattened was Garrett Eddy. Wood comes up with the ball. He's just going to start behind his own net. And Trent putting some pressure on and creating some opportunities, just not quite getting the shots through so far.
It's interesting to see how similar the goaltending play is between at least the teams that we've seen now with the game beforehand with Bishops and Guelph. Both goalies liking to hold on to the ball and kind of move it up, slow the field on their own, and then Wood showing a little bit of the same on his first play with the ball, but now moving it around.
Yeah, I mean, you have that drilled into you as a goalie to be patient. Don't make the bad pass.
Yeah.
Possession, so important.
Or is the bad pass in Surya? If you put it into the stick of somebody else and you're out of position, then there's 6x6 wide open net there.
Trent gets possession back. He'll commence another offensive set. Zabols up top as Eddy slips down the shoulder and comes back up to the top now. Nobody to really give it to. Eventually Zabols does a V-cut and gets the ball.
Brock defense doing a great job keeping Trent out really wide, really forcing them to try and move the ball around. And
Brock really traveling with their men. I mean, they'll come out, they'll play defense wide out, and they force a tough pass there, and now it's on the ground. Trent's going to come up with it. Andrioli gets pushed from behind, and he'll get possession. No penalty, it's just a possession foul.
oh, wow.
And Alec Tamas just keeps poking and poking at Travis Zabols.
Zabols actually threw the ball at him before the play started there. Kind of told him to back off a little bit.
There's a pass across and a quick release. Danny Mickle can't quite find the mark. Trent does maintain possession. Garrett Eddy. Dodge in from the wing. That shot bounces off a player and back out of play. Down into the Bishop's end zone there. Nice simple end zone logo, eh, with the purple and the large white letters.
Yeah, it's really nice. It actually really makes the Bishop's word pop.
Yeah, it's very crisp. Here's Zabols. Throws it behind the net. Comes out to Andrioli, who's going to let it rip. One is well wide. Never had the angle there. Trent maintains possession, though. 1-0 game as we're over halfway through the first quarter here in the second quarter final at the 2015 Baggataway Cup. Again, the Brock Badgers fairly heavily favored over the Trent Excalibur, but Trent is going to go to a man-up situation. Let's hold on to the ball and try and create something before the penalty is actually called. Garrett Eddy has run all the way down behind the net. Bit of a bull dodge going. Trying to get by Martin. Drives to the net, spins back out. Nobody really cutting to get open. They're just sort of watching him.
They're all just standing around and letting him make the play.
And he's doing a great job of creating space for himself, but now Mickle comes to help out and scores! What a pass, what a play by Garrett Eddy. Dan Mickle will get the goal, but boy, shows you an assist is just as valuable as a goal with all that great work by Garrett Eddy.
Eddy was just putting on a clinic there with the ball, and it kind of looked like his guys weren't doing anything for him, and then he was able to just set up a play right at the top there. It worked out really well.
Danny Mickle just steps out and creates some space. Face-off one by Brock. Nico Baudouin comes in, shoots. Baudouin is the all-Canadian face-off specialist, but he is no Fogo as he had a big year scoring for Brock with 23 goals, 15 assists. He is doing a lot for them, but in this case, the shot stopped by Trent. And the Excalibur get it back. They're tied 1-1. We apologize if we had any trouble with the feed. Mine froze up for a second, but it looks like everything's going all right now. And Trent has possession down in the offensive zone. Mickle with the pass across, and Eddy's going to shoot this time.
Big save by Wood there.
Just got a piece of it to deflect it wide. Again, we talked about him warming up using the butt end of the stick to knock balls down. That's why you do it, so you can be sharp and know exactly where your stick is and where your hands are. Josh Gilray will toss it over to Zabols behind the net. Zabols had a big season in Senior B during the summer, but that pass is knocked away, scooped up by Colton DeWolf, and then they throw it away. That is, boy, that's the kind of mistake you do not want to have, and especially when, we talked about Brock having 19 rookies and being a young team, certainly the favorite here tonight, but Trent's big chance is to stay close, to push them, and to maybe make Brock feel a little nervous. And you saw maybe a touch of nerves there. Nick Andrioli takes the ball, heads over to the far side, near side, I guess. Far side from where he was. He's watched by Josh Kelly. Trent taking their time again with Wainman up at the top. Moves it down to Andrioli, who hits Ferguson. They're going to keep it on the left side for now. Zabols cuts to the middle. Parker Bale paying a lot of attention to Travis Zabols. Number 12 in red for Brock. Watching number 22 in the Trent white with green. Now they're just going to let Wainman go for a trot up high under the watch fly of Jesse Schumann. Zabols with Bale out high on him. Bale backs away to let Schumann slide through on defense. Schumann almost gets the ball stripped, but it's picked back up quickly by Gilray. There's a shot and a goal. Trent pulls ahead. Ryan Gunn just taking the pass from the veteran, Josh Gilray. And again, just a quick release. Again, all the work for both of these Trent goals done by the man who winds up with the assist. You can see Gilray actually kind of lost control of the ball for a second, then drew a pair of defenders to him, and Gunn was just left wide open.
Mm-hmm. Trent was, and they were stepping up there on offense that time. They weren't standing around as much. They had some nice movement and got the Brock defenders moving around, so they were able to open up that lane for a quick goal.
You see so many guys in different positions in field lacrosse, what they play in box. We talked about Mitch DeSnoo earlier, the league leader in goals with 35 this year. And actually a defender in box lacrosse, was a second-round draft pick by the Calgary Roughnecks as a defensive player. But leading CUFLA here, Josh Gilray, a guy who played defense transition for the Peterborough Junior Lakers in box, and is playing a midfield role here and really helping out, or actually an attack role primarily. And again, using those great hands there to set up Ryan Gunn. You can see the draw and dish approach that Trent likes to take. And there's another quick shot. Beautiful pass there. This time it was Gunn handing the ball off in the shot by Danny Mickle. Andreoli runs around the outside, has Connor McGee watching him closely. A shot, that one's just a little bit wide. Ferguson's back at the back line to make sure Trent keeps possession. And that's just a speed dodge there. Garrett Eddy showing his wheels, getting the shot off a bit wide. No real harm in taking a shot in this game when you can get possession again, just by having somebody down closest to the back line. So
especially here in the first quarter too, where they got a lot of lacrosse left to play. So just putting it on net might be able to get you that quick goal. And
as underdogs, I mean, Trent, we mentioned they're fourth place team in the East, beat Queens in the first round. They come in here playing the second-ranked Brock Badgers. And every minute that they stay in this game and actually ahead here is giving them more confidence that they can play with these guys. And you're going to have a penalty, and Trent will go to the man up. That's some hard work by Zabols, is going to draw the illegal check. And it's Parker Bale, who's been watching Zabols all night, will go and serve that penalty. So not only are you man short, but it's your best defensive player, and arguably the best defensive player in all of CUFLA West.
Yeah, and Trent's definitely going to want to try and take advantage of that now that they won't have somebody all over Zabols to be able to work something into it.
They are watching Zabols closely, though. Wherever he goes, somebody picks him up. Mickle throws it down to Ferguson, gets it back. It's going to be a shot from the outside as the penalty ends. Wood with the pass over, just snagged by Alec Tamas. And, we've seen a couple of passes by Brock. Is it just happening, or is it some nerves? You never know. In a situation like this, it can look like it's a touch of nerves when you're throwing passes away. That one does get through to Connor McGee, who's going to take his time.
We talk about nerves. Brock probably came into this game knowing that that Trent was the underdog, so they kind of maybe came in with a little more confidence than maybe they should be carrying around, and they might think that they're able to just kind of breeze by Trent, but Trent's showing them that they're not here to go down without a fight.
And Brock's going to take an offside penalty, and just like that, Trent's back to the man up. See if they can take advantage this time. They didn't actually get a shot till the end of the penalty last time. See if they push things a little bit quicker. Ferguson just kind of holding on to it. It's a fine line when you're on the man up. You want to be patient. You don't want to force things, but at the same time, you have a finite period of time, and it's actually over as they back to even strength. Zabols will give it off, and Garrett Eddy's going to start up top and survey the field. Remember Eddy with the brilliant one-man play to set up the first goal. We're into the final 30 seconds of this first quarter. Trent leading 2-1. They would love to go into the intermission with the lead. And they would really love it if they could add to it and make it a 3-1 lead. Behind the net. Pass up top. Garrett Eddy has it. Zabols, he's going to let it rip. Scores!
Oh!
With 9 seconds left in the quarter. Travis Zabols, again, a great pass setting up the Trent goal. It was Garrett Eddy just passing it to Zabols as he set. That'll be the end of the quarter. And what a play as Zabols was coming into space, and Eddy hits him at the perfect moment.
Oh, yeah, and he just, as soon as the ball entered his stick, it was the quickest release in the world. Like, he just didn't even think about it, put it right on net, and takes them into the second quarter up by 2.
A 3-1 lead for the Trent Excalibur, and you know this is what they were thinking. Let's stay with them, maybe get a lead, and see if we can fluster them. And we're going to take a quick break. I'm Steven Stamp with Sawyer Brock. We'll be back with the second quarter of Baggataway Cup quarterfinal action right after this.